I don't even know what I'm gonna say. How do I start this out? What's up, guys? It's Scott Spitzley here, and today we're actually going to be doing something a little different. My next video I anticipated on doing another shed hunt without snow and actually finding sheds. There's still snow on the ground, so I figured I would just make a video on the equipment I use. The equipment I use is very basic. The first thing I want to talk about is the camera itself, which is a DSLR. It's called the Nikon D3500. I think it runs at like $399 with the standard kit lens that comes with it, which is also what I'm using, is the 1855 millimeter. Pretty good standard lens, honestly, that comes with it. Takes pretty good photos, good video. It's got a silent autofocus, which I absolutely love, and it's usually what I'm using to film myself out in the field doing my vlogging. There are other things that you can get as far as lenses go. Another thing I use is actually this 10-20 millimeter Sigma lens. It's a 5.6 aperture. This is a pretty good lens. It takes very good crisp photos. I do use it for vlogging as well. It lets me get that wider angle. Another lens I have is the 55 to 200 millimeter focal length. The 55 to 200 I like for self-filming my hunts. It lets me kind of reach out a little bit farther. Takes decent photos, takes decent videography. If you're self-filming and you own a Nikon and you want a lens that's good for self-filming deer hunts, highly recommend it. This next lens is actually one of my favorites. It's the 35 millimeter. It's the 1.8 aperture. Takes awesome photos, takes awesome video. This is mainly what you see in my B-roll sequences. And this is a cheap lens too. Definitely a bang for your buck. The 1-point aperture definitely makes the focus of the image more in clarity, I guess. It blurs the background out, which they call it bokeh. If you're looking for high quality photos and video, highly recommended. Another thing I do use for both myself filming and vlogging is this GoPro. This is the Hero 5 Session, and this is what I like to use for my second angles when in the tree and when I'm doing a self vlog as well. The only downside of it is it doesn't take as good video quality as my DSLR does, so that's why I typically use that instead. But if you don't have a DSLR, this is definitely the way to go. It's very light, very compact. You can fit it anywhere. I like it because it's waterproof. I have this little Joby tripod with it as well. This kind of allows me to put it around limbs, I guess. I've used it as that as my second angle on the tree. It also takes 4K as well, so I do like that about that. Another thing that I use is this Zoom H1N handy recorder, which is actually what I'm using right now to record all of this. My specific camera doesn't allow me to plug in a 3.5 millimeter jack, which prevents me from using something like a Rode mic. Otherwise I would be using that. Otherwise this takes very good audio and I can't complain. The only downside of this is I have to match up my video with my audio, which can be a pain in the butt sometimes. Another thing I use in the tree while self-filming obviously is a camera arm. This particular camera arm is called a 4th Arrow, and then I believe it's one of the Carbon series. I do not know the exact model. I do like this a lot. It's good for the mobile hunter that's trying to, you know, pack in light. I don't know how much this weighs, but I can guarantee you it's no more than 2 pounds, if that. The fluid head I use is actually just a store-bought $30 from a local camera store. This is a ProMaster 6090. Definitely not a Manfrotto, but it gets the job done. Now, another thing that comes with the camera arm itself is the base that goes to it. I do like this a lot. I mean, it is heavy. That's the only downside of it. Other than the fact that it has a ratchet strap. I do not like the ratchet strap. I'm probably gonna think of something else to use while I'm in the tree. But yeah, it's pretty loud. But other than that, I do like this. It comes with this and the bubble, and then a tool that allows you to loosen it up, put it where it needs to be, and tighten it back up. Pretty simple. Like I said, the only thing I don't like about it is the ratchet strap. And it can be a pain in the butt to put this around the tree, put it in, hold it, and then ratchet at the same time. So it definitely takes 2 hands to use. Another thing that is behind the scenes where you can't see that I'm using right now is my tripod. And this certain tripod is a Vanguard VEO 204AB. It's very lightweight, it's small, and it's pretty easy to just get set up in general. So if you're wanting to take a quick shot of something, say you see deer out in the field and you want to get out of the truck and get a cool picture, you just take it out, you unloosen the legs, tighten them back up. It's got a cool lock-unlock mechanism where you can easily extend and fold them up, which I really, really like. Another thing I bring out into the field with me when I'm vlogging is this Vanguard Havana 41. Havana. It's a pretty cool pack. It's small, it's lightweight, you fit what you need. That tripod I was just talking about can fit right in here, and you can tighten it up. And then it also has a buckle to strap around it as well. Secondly, it has this kind of lunch box looking thing. And I like to put my lenses in here, and it actually works perfect because I have 3 extra lenses besides the one that's on my body. So I put 3 lenses in here. I put it in the front here where it's supposed to go, and it keeps them secure. But yeah, everything that I've mentioned in this, I will put a link in the description below. So if this is something you want to get into and you're just worried about, you know, having to spend thousands of dollars, don't worry. You can start out small like I did and use this basic stuff because it works just fine. If you haven't subscribed already, do it for me. It helps me out a lot. That'd be much appreciated. I'm looking forward to putting out more content for you guys, more cool videos, and I'm pretty confident that they'll get better as I go. So really appreciate you guys. Thank you.